Don't wait for tomorrow. Live for today. Keep chasing the sunshine and go out and play.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the deal reveal. And tonight is no exception to every Thursday night for the past 4+ years. We are going to bring you a deal, and another deal, plus opportunities for even more deals. Tonight's going to be a real deals revealed. And if we see Galina, who should be joining in, I did confirm with her. I'm not seeing her in the people who logged in yet, but she will be coming in and showcasing some of her most recent deals that just closed in the last couple of one in the last couple of weeks, and the other a couple months back as well, that we didn't have time to showcase her on the deal reveal yet. So we have an exciting deal reveal. And I'd like to take a moment here because I do see a lot of I do see some new names here. So I'd just like to say hello to Andrea. Nice to have you here. We have Andrew and Austin and Benoit, Brandy, Charles, David, Crot. Sorry. I'm gonna have to have a voice memo on how to say your name. I'm really sorry if I butchered it. Harry and Jamal, Jenny and John and Lermont, Rich, Sylvie, Thomas, Varun, and there's more people just still logging in here. It's nice to see you all. Welcome to the deal reveal, your opportunity to see some US deals in action. These are real deals, real people who are taking action regardless of potential tariffs and maybe tax hikes. That was weird. That we can totally get around, by the way. There's a lot of supposed uncertainty in the market right now. And if you haven't seen the little post I did earlier today, it's 2 minutes long. I talk about this thing. Go check it out on Facebook, on our Facebook page, or on my personal page. Go take a look at that. A lot of people are backing out right now, and it's actually the time to double down. And today, I think, is perfectly placed to show you all of the opportunities that are available for you. Just like what Galina is doing, who just logged in. Fantastic. Let me promote you right now before I forget that. And so here we go. Um, I would like to also say there's been a few changes, and so pay attention to this. On uh, Tuesday, this coming Tuesday at 8 p.m., we're going to have an Intro to US webinar where we are going to give you kind of the full breakdown, a full hour of just deals and structure and pros and cons, the whole 9 yards. It's absolutely free. You can go to this link right here on the screen. And JK Team, if you can just put it in the chat so people can click on that and register. If you haven't already attended one of our Intro to US webinars, take the time. You will not, you won't think it's a waste of time. There's going to be some amazing content in there. We really want you to earn tens of thousands in equity in the next couple of months, and cash flow, more cash flow. And again, it's free to join this webinar with Janie and myself. So that's a new event that we're put out. It's going to be in English. And the changes are that a few of our Quebec meetups have been canceled, unfortunately, but we are keeping this one on the screen. March 12th in Laval. This is for the French-speaking portion of our community. Aux Trois Brasseurs. We will meet you there 6 p.m. on Wednesday, March 12th. And so JK Team, again, if you could put a link for the Quebec meetup, that would be fantastic. Thank you so much, JK Team. All right, that's beautiful, beautiful. Let's jump into not the deal of the week. Well, yeah, let's jump into this actually. And more updates. I got a ton of updates for you. Oh my goodness. For those of you who've been religiously following the deal reveal, it was over the holidays. So a few months ago, I told you about this project, how we have one of Cleveland's Millionaire Row mansions under contract, and we've been waiting all this time for the seller to turn on the utility so we can complete our inspection and our due diligence. Well, I got the call today that they will not be turning on utilities. So I'm jumping right back in. I'm actually happy they said this because I can go in even more powerfully on my negotiations. And how does this relate to you? Well, I had all my investors lined up, and one of those investors actually backed out this week um, for personal reasons, and it's all good. But that might give you an opportunity. So if you're interested in joining in into the action, let's have a conversation. I can even send you the recording of the past presentation I did on it. And if you're interested, why don't you put millionaire in the chat? And JK team, you can just pick up the names of the people who are typing millionaire in the chat, and we will make sure to send you the information for the opportunity. So we can go like that. Just like, thank you, Brandy, you got it. We look forward to sending that to you. Perfect. All right, so that's that. And do I have any more updates? No. So let's get Galina up here because we are very, very excited to present not one, but two of our deals in the last couple of months. We're gonna hear it directly from her. Let's make sure that you have permissions. Galina, you're gonna have to accept my invitation to become a panelist so we can get you on here. But these are deals that have been purchased. They have been they're actually tenanted at this point. The Anyway, she'll tell you the whole thing, but there's a lot of benefits to the deals that she purchased, and they're a little bit different one from the other, and so she'll be able to tell you all about that. You got it, Paolo and Benoit. We got you. JKT, make sure to take down those names. All right, Galina is now a panelist. Let's make her co-host. Now you should be able to turn on your camera if you want, Galina. Show us your beautiful face, and then we can get started. There you are.
Oh, it's a little bit different camera that I wanted. Let me see if I can switch quickly.
No
Okay,
worries. There we go.
a
Hello,
little
hello.
dark
Good
here.
evening, Galina. How are you
Hi,
today?
very good. Thank you. How are you doing?
Oh, it's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day with lots of deals.
Exactly, exactly.
So-
Well, let me start by sharing my screen if everybody is okay with that.
Of course, of course.
Okay, I hope it will allow me because I
Should.
use Mac and it's always very restricted. Oh, it wants me to quit and reopen. Is that okay? I'll be fast.
Oh, yeah, that's weird.
It
Yeah, yeah,
it
do what
will
you have to
yeah,
do.
it won't allow me to.
Okay. Do what you have to do. We'll be here. I'll make sure to keep them busy. Beautiful. So, that's that. That's that. You'll want to join next week's deal reveal because we are probably going to do the biggest deal reveal ever. There's going to be two properties totaling about $5 million in value. If everything lines up correctly, we're going to have a motel and a 60-unit apartment building. And that's not all. I'm also trying to get you a sneak peek of the deal zone. So, if you've been on the deal reveal for the last couple of years or weeks, whatever, you kind of get a feel of what this is. We're bringing you deals, we're bringing you opportunity, we're showing you that it's not rocket science. There's a good way and a bad way to do it. But ultimately, if you want these deals that I'm hunting for you, you basically show up, and the first person who says, "Hey, I want the deal you're talking about," well, we go first come, first serve, and we put you in contact with the seller or the wholesaler, the representative. We put you in contact. But it's basically one or two deals a week, right? That's what it is, and first come, first serve. What the Deal Zone is going to do, it's going to be a website and an app where there's going to be inventory 24/7, off-market inventory for you to just go in, put in your offers, do your due diligence, and basically do this deal reveal, which is Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern, but anytime, anywhere you want. And so we're going to give you a sneak peek of what's that going to look like next week with my business partner Max, who I'm trying to get him on. And if everything goes well, in about a month's time, it's already gone to coding with the developers. In about a month's time, we'll be able to launch it officially, and then it's have fun at that point. Anybody can go in and put their offers, buy their properties. How awesome is that? All right,
I'm
Galina.
back.
Yes, I see myself on the screen. That is so weird.
Oh, it's
Okay, it's
because
because
I
it's
start
yours.
sharing my screen. I'm gonna start moving from
Can you see Excel, like a
Yep.
Google Sheet calculation?
Yes. We
Awesome.
see the ultimate calculator there.
Yeah, our famous ultimate calculator.
That's right.
So we're starting from the first property that I purchased through Deal Butler, which is like, thank you very much, Kyle. That was amazing. Amazing learning curve, amazing opportunity. So we're talking about 955 East 223rd Euclid, and it's available here in Zillow. You have a record. This is how it looks like. Beautiful home, and we bought it. The tenant still lives there. Tenant was there, like, I don't know, probably forever. And now we have a number. They're paying $1,025 per month. They're not Section 8, they just people, like, I don't know, some social helps them, but at the same time, it's not like government pays for them, they pay themselves. Um, Purchase price was $9,000 plus $10,000 Butler fee, and we hit two rules of the Deal Butler here. So we have $500 cash, monthly cash flow, and we bought it with 10% of discount. And I operate numbers that our partner who does the appraiser, he gave us estimate letter how much the property cost, like with ARV, and I'm putting here around 120 to $125,000 after not whole rehab, but if we budget around $8,000 renovations.
Mhm, mhm.
And yeah, so basically, if this tenant leaves, we'll need 8 to 10 estimate $1,000 to renovate it to get Section 8 ready. And that's why I have it in numbers. Kyle, please help me if I'm missing something, because this is just the first time ever I presented.
Of course, it's your first time and your second time at the same time, but not your last. So yeah, go back to the other one real quick. Highlights here. This tenant has been in this property for years and years and years. It's a very stable tenant, currently paying 1,025, like you mentioned, but they have agreed to 1,200 increase. When it was put under contract and through the due diligence period and all that, we already knew that 1,200 was in the bag. So yeah, it's from one
Yeah,
two.
let's update to 200. And also for new people, we can even estimate, let's say, if this tenant leaves, so we have 44123 zip code,
Yep.
44123, we can see Section 8, and this property is 3 bedroom. So we can actually get up to $1,761, but depends on, of course, rehab that I would do and the tenants that we can find.
Absolutely. And for those who don't understand, that site she just went on is a local site to Cleveland and Cuyahoga County. If you're interested in having a Section 8, so a government subsidized tenant with guaranteed rents, you can put in your zip code, the number of bedrooms your property has, and this gives you the maximum that the program will pay per month if you, the landlord, pay for all utilities. So typically we don't like paying for all utilities because it's a variable in our numbers. And so if you look at that chart, the other chart that she had open,
You
look
want to
at the
go back? Okay.
max, and you'll probably want to reduce it by about $250 a month because you probably don't want to take on the utilities. So this 3 bedroom and Section 8, I would conservatively put 1,500 in the calculator for that. But
Yeah.
it gives
So
you an idea.
if we put in, because now if you can see cash on cash, it's not like really appealing, 7.6. But if we plug in $1,500, it's the picture becomes like much better.
For sure. Yeah, it basically doubles your cash flow
Yeah.
and the opportunity is there. But there is something to be said about having a long-term stable tenant, right? This is a suburb property as well. So the purchase price, it's going to be higher in the suburbs most times. And so you're paying for that stability as well. But I think overall, very strong investment across the board. And yeah, congratulations on that first one. When did you close this first deal, Galina?
So we closed, I believe we closed on December 1st or somewhere like beginning of December.
Perfect. When did you start investing or join the community? So December 1st was your first purchase.
It's so funny. Well, I'm with community. This is my second year, but I completely blow the first one. Like I was not there. I was not in place to buy any properties. I was moving countries and in regions and changing jobs. So yeah, I started actively looking, I believe, somewhere from October. I renew my membership. I jump on the bus tour, the last tour in 2024. And since October, yes, I closed this deal in December. So 2, 3 months, I would say. But
So
I
it
was
took
very active. I think I was like probably I don't know. I was nuts. So I was texting Kyle all the time. I wanted to put offers on every single house from the bus tour, and he was like, "Whoa, whoa, whoa. You get your offers. You
so it
get
took you two
referrals."
years to really start, and then once you really started, it took you 2 months to get your first property. Does that sound about right?
Exactly,
Give or
exactly.
take, give or take a little bit, but awesome. Congratulations. So now the first one under the belt, early December, you got the holidays, New Year's, and then what happened for the second one?
And basically in parallel, right, Kyle? Because I knew that I want to purchase two. From the deal Butler, I wanted to purchase two properties right away, and we start working almost in parallel on the second deal.
Mhm.
But second deal was interesting because if we look at Euclid property, it needs to be rehabbed, right? It's just the tenant is there. I didn't know if they will leave or not, if we will agree on the monthly rent or not, and we're still working on it. I'm still not sure. The second deal came actually turn keys, so I don't need to do anything. It was a fully rehabbed and ready for Section 8 tenant. That's why I asked Kyle for exception, and I asked if we can finance it. Even though I was ready to pay cash, if finance wouldn't work for any reasons, XYZ reasons, I was ready to and have plan B to pay cash, but he agreed, and we tried to do financing on this deal. It worked. It just like really delayed process.
Mhm.
Again, as us as a foreign investors, it take longer than usual to obtain mortgage on the property, but it works so well because I don't need to do rehab. I'm not going to improve this property anyhow. For me, it was better not to put all my liquid, all my cash in this deal and try to finance it from the beginning instead of refinancing it 6 or 4 months, whether lender has rules on that. Okay, for the price. So we're talking about 3988 East 190th Street in Cleveland. And it's not on Zillow, but I do have a picture of the house. It's beautiful, small, single family house.
I'm
For the
starting to get to know
price,
that property by heart now. I've been so many times to that property because I was checking on it every week to make sure that the seller was providing the quality and the rehab that he said he was gonna. He said it was gonna be turnkey. So myself as the deal butler, I made sure that that's what we were buying. So sorry, I needed to intervene because I'm I know the
no,
property
that's
blindfolded
very
now.
important what you mentioned, right? Because seller was not also in Cleveland. I from my understanding, he's back and forth like
Yep.
Florida and then Ohio and probably all over the states.
Mhm.
So it was very important to follow up on seller because during the process when I was obtaining my mortgage, they were doing renovations at the same time. So it kind of worked both ways because my mortgage got a little delayed, but they also delayed renovations. So, and it just
Mhm.
turned so well that by the time the mortgage was ready and they finished renovations and they applied for Section 8 tenant. This seller, he has his own management company. He found us tenant, Section 8 tenant, and it just got approved. Yesterday we had Section 8 inspection. It got approved from the first time. Today we got contract.
Amazing.
And
Amazing.
we closed the property on January 31st. So basically, January 31st, and in 2 weeks, I got tenant like moved in.
Yep.
All contracts are approved, and it's just amazing. I cannot believe like this deal cannot turn better how it actually turned.
And especially that rents are actually $200 higher than what we were planning. That was just another on January 1st, the rents were increased through Section 8 in this zip code because it changes. Every zip code can potentially change every January 1st. I was running off the numbers of last year, and whoops, numbers went up this year, and Galina just got the perfect timing on this. So tell us a little bit about the numbers on this one.
Yes, of course. So we're talking about single family home, 3 bedroom. Like Ken mentioned, we got approved for $1,840, Section 8, all utilities by tenant paid. And tenant also brings its own refrigerator. Again, which is amazing. So I'm getting all money from the government and tenant pays everything else.
Mhm,
Um,
mhm.
we closed at I have here. So we closed on 111, and I'm adding like $10,000 Butler's fees again because we met. Actually, here we met twice cash flow, but not 10% discount. Evaluation appraiser came at $126,000, and for me, overall purchase price was $121,000.
So buying with some
Um,
equity and strong cash flow. I like
It's
it.
amazing cash flow. I was able to get right there, like credit, like mortgage on this property. That's why those numbers here, not just 100% down payment. I only spent 35% on that, and everything else went to mortgage.
Amazing. Amazing. Congratulations. Two deals in basically 2 months. What's the next step for Galina?
More properties.
Oh no. I love how that's the biggest problem for real estate investors is always getting the next property. Fantastic. So let's open it up for a few little questions here. I know Andrea wrote one. She says, "Help us newbies out. What is the deal, Butler?" So, from your perspective, Galina, what is the deal, Butler?
So, if you're new to real estate, especially to invest something that you want to purchase in town, let's say if it's Ohio, not where you live, far, remotely, and so on, you absolutely need Deal Butler, in my opinion. Deal Butler gives you, I mean, basically everything from A to Z to purchase, to acquire the property, investment property. Kyle shops for you. So basically, Kyle, this is his full-time job. He works with the wholesalers. He is all the time, he's getting like all possible updates from multiple realtors in town. And I don't know, he has this eye now, right? He sees deals immediately. And another amazing benefit, Kyle is amazing at negotiating. I think it's his bread and butter, and he absolutely loves doing it. I think he gets energy from that. That's why, like in the community, when we talk, even if I would find those deals myself, I don't think I would be able to negotiate price that low. So I do really believe that all this deal Butler commission, Kyle negotiates from the market price, and you winning on top of that. So it's really a win-win situation. So again, coming back to the process, Kyle finds properties, he runs this estimator calculator, and if you're in the program, he shares numbers with you. If you like numbers, you guys you
Best
basically
price.
purchase the property, but in between when he is plugging in all these numbers, he is doing inspections, he is doing appraisals, he is walking those properties, making sure, so he plugs those numbers, they're accurate, and yeah, and deal will work for you after closing. That's pretty much Deal Butler. So you've done everything for me, and I was just sitting here and sending like needed documents. But decision making, it's a heavy lifting process, especially for people remote and who don't know the market. For me, was probably the biggest fear to buy property somewhere in the hood, like somewhere where even my contractors would not go. Like I would buy it and then wouldn't know what to do with that. So for me, that's very important. And Kyle knows well the area, And it's crazy how in Cleveland you can just walk few blocks and you're in a very nice neighborhood, or few blocks like north or whatever south, it can be heard that you don't want to walk there after whatever, like it's dark outside. So that was my biggest fear. I was trying to overcome it. I was trying to actually put some offers myself, but I just couldn't. I was like, I'm not sure. I need to learn more. But I don't know how you can learn more when you do not live in this town like 24/7.
Everyone has their obstacles, everyone has their strengths, and it's about leveraging both, right? It's about leveraging and outsourcing your weaknesses ultimately. Um, can you do it without the deal butler? Yes, absolutely. But I do think there is quite a bit of benefits, and it allows me to be on the pulse of every single deal basically in the city at any given point. So the way it works is there's a wait list of deal butler clients, and I know that I've got, a couple $1 million backing my offers at any given point. And so that allows me to go in with full confidence and put in 5 offers a day. That's pretty much my average. I put about 5 offers a day out there, and I just follow up, negotiate, and once they're under contract, I pair up the client, like Galina, with the with that particular property, and off I go to work. Thank you, JK team, for answering Andrea's question in there. Yeah, so absolutely. So you mentioned a little bit the program, the All You Can Learn. Maybe tell us a little bit how did that play out? Because a lot of people who join our community, that once they get inside, they're like, oh my God, there's so much to learn. Some people love it, some people think it's overwhelming. Maybe give us your take on once inside the program, the All You Can Learn, because the Deal Butler is only available to our community members. So you have to be at least in the All You Can Learn to have access to the Deal Butler. So tell us how your experience with the All You Can Learn has been so far.
It was amazing, actually. Thank you for this question. I'm kind of interested here. So as I mentioned, I'm with community 2 years, but whatever I paid, my attention switched, right? And I had no idea what I had. So I wouldn't connect to my little space. I wouldn't join mastery calls. I wouldn't do like basically anything. And then what happened last year, I actually had knee surgery, and I had to stay home, sitting on my sofa and somehow spend time. And in my back of on the back of my mind, I was always wanted to start real estate. I wanted to invest. I wanted to do like a side hustle. So I'm like, oh, I have this. And I knew that I'm about to expire in October, so I gotta watch whatever I have there. And probably within 3 weeks, I went through all courses that I have. And guys, it's ginormous amount of information. There's probably, I don't know, 25, 30 something video courses that last like hours and hours with very detailed oriented. Kyle is amazing, like pull them all together. I was amazed how structured they are. And I'm very structured person. I'm IT software engineering. I'm always like ones and zeros. And for me, seeing that content, like really bringing you from nothing to the almost expert level, touching all possible aspects of this real estate investment, remote real estate investment, bringing people that you need to partner with, whatever it's lenders or inspectors or appraisers, right? Like you really getting real people contacts, seeing videos from the previous, let's say, classes or bus tours and so on, seeing like listening questions that people bring in, and they really talk about like real situations when you buy property and you run to some challenges. I was like drinking from this fire hose, amazed what I had for a year and I didn't even look at. So when I saw all these trainings, I was like, there's no way I'm leaving. Like I literally call and I say, guys, I need this extension for another year because this content is amazing and I need to do it. It just goes so inspiring.
Well, thank you so much. There's been so much money, but also time and devotion put into this. So thank you. I appreciate that very much. And everybody in the community knows if there's something missing in there, we call it the All You Can Learn for a reason. We really think it's everything you need to know. But if you think there's something missing, tell us, and we'll put another course together. We'll do what we need to do to make sure that your experience of investing in the US, is as thorough and comprehensive as you want it to be. That's the goal here. We Yeah, anyways, I can go on and on about this, but thank you, Elena, as well, for the love in the chat there. So I love it. I love it. If you had one takeaway, it's already half an hour now, so we'll start wrapping up here. But if you had one takeaway for someone who's listening in here, what's your biggest takeaway from your journey so far? Two properties in, what's the one piece of advice that you would just, you know, scream off the rooftops?
I mean, takeaway, I guess, whatever fears, we all have them. And I actually had to work with mine. Like, I really had to put them on the paper and work through each of them. Why, right? Because it's not market when you buy shares, right? And you forgot of them and something's gonna happen. It's real people, houses, and you become responsible of them. It's one thing, right? And you need to be mentally prepared to work remotely with people that, again, partner with them, to solve whatever challenges you're gonna face. But there's not only challenges, it's also joy. I feel the moment you buy first property,
Mhm.
it's such an amazing feeling. It's more like, oh my gosh, I am doing it, it's
Mhm.
working. Now I'm an entrepreneur, like I am real estate investor, right? Not only you also helping people, like when you work with Section 8, you really understand, oh my gosh, I'm providing house to people that need it, and I'm providing like decent, like good quality homes for them. So I don't know, it's becoming like such a big mission, then you just want to buy more and more. It's like eating
Amen.
the chocolate, right? It's so good, you take one and then you cannot stop. That's my takeaway. Uh, Whatever fears, right? Like fears, they're not gonna move us to anywhere. We need to work on them, work through them, and the moment you buy your first property, it's just such a joy and courage. I don't know, courage in French.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
yeah,
courage. Mhm.
you just want to keep
Bravery, courage.
going.
Mhm. That's incredible.
That's my takeaway. Yeah. Thank you,
I love it.
Kyle.
I love it. Well, thank
Thank you,
you. Thank you for
community.
taking the time. Thank you for sharing with the community. A lot of people, they just do it by themselves in their corner. They don't really share, but that's another of the big reasons for the deal reveal, is to show that it's possible.
Yeah.
Building, I don't want to say from nothing, you've got two properties, but like very, very quickly, you can accelerate that process. Janie and I are 10 years into this journey, and we've invested hundreds of thousands of dollars in trainings and mentorship and coaching and programs, and my God, and you get it, you get it all, like boom, and I'll pat myself on the back, because I really do think we did a great job putting it all together, so that it's digestible. Even though we paid hundreds of thousands to learn this stuff, it wasn't like this. It was just all over the place, and now it's all streamlined for you. You know exactly where you're going. And especially if you're more the analytical type, if you have a blue personality like Galina, like myself, you're gonna love absolute, not that the other personalities won't love it, but if you're blue, it is an absolute no-brainer. You're gonna feel like I'm holding your hand the entire way through. I've heard that many, many times over from our community members. So with that being said, thank you so much, Galina, again, for taking the time, for sharing your story, your success, and I look forward to having you on the deal reveal again very, very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you.
You're very, very welcome. Have yourself a great, great evening. So, just to wrap this up real quick, I just want to say that these deal reveals that we do, they're real deals. It's real people. I said that, right? But a few weeks ago, I presented a duplex on the deal reveal, and nobody picked it up. No one said they were interested. Well, I'm buying it, right? These are real deals. I'm not just showing you crap just to show crap every week. These are real deals with real potential. And I've got this property under contract. I'm closing on February 24th, a turnkey duplex. And Galina said I like negotiating. I have some safeguards in play to guarantee some discount at purchase, to guarantee the cash flow, to guarantee Section 8, guarantee rents, and a turnkey duplex for $115,000, ladies and gentlemen. Where do you see that, right? Even in the US, these numbers are very, very rare. But in Cleveland, welcome to the land of opportunity, right? So, are these deals? Do we like it? Do we like what we're showing you on these deal reveals? I hope you do. And if you're interested, if you have questions, you can send us an email anytime. Here on the Deal Reveal, you have an opportunity to write some questions in the chat, and often we get through most of them live. We try to be respectful of everybody's time. And if we're showing a deal on the Deal Reveal, like next week, it's going to be a big one. Like I mentioned, we're going to have $5 million of real estate available for you next week if everything goes as planned. And if you send us an email to info@jkrealestatepartners.com and you say, I want this one, I want to be put in contact with the seller, just send us an email, first come, first serve. There's no bidding wars, there's none of that, right? We're being as transparent, as honest in our businesses. Listen, I retired over 5 years ago. Well, shit, actually, over 7 years ago now. Good Lord. And now I do this for fun. This is what I do. Like Galina said, I negotiate. I find deals. I'm in my element. This is what I do for fun, and you can be a part of that fun if you so choose. So that's that. The Deal Butler, right? If you want the easy button, that's me. That's the Deal Butler, where I find, negotiate, structure. I coordinate appraisal, inspections, rehab quotes, and one thing we didn't mention is we actually have a construction company in Cleveland since last year. And so Deal Butler clients have priority access to We Mind Renovations, which is our contracting company. And so that's another stress or problem that's removed for the Deal Butler clients. Because we have the renovations in-house with our people, and our quality is far superior to the average contractor in the States. Last thing is we even coach you for free. Well, at least once. So if you haven't already booked a free discovery call with one of our JK coaches, the link is right here. I will ask, because we've been having a lot of calls booked with our coaches, and we pay them well, and you don't have to pay for anything because we want to give everyone the chance to learn and get started. But there's been more and more no-shows to these, and we still pay our coaches for their time. So if you can't make it, please inform us, because it's starting to cost thousands of dollars a week for us to not help anybody, which is really, really a shame. And I'm okay losing money to help you, but if I'm losing money to not help you, I'm not okay with that. So if you book a call and you can't make it, please let us know you can't make it or reschedule. The big boss told me to tell you that. Janie told me to tell you that. So in the chat again, there's a link. You can just click on that to book your free coaching call with one of our JK coaches. Or just go to our website, jkrealestatepartners.com. That's where you can get info on the All You Can Learn, the program. $1,000 to learn what cost us hundreds of thousands of dollars and a decade of time and resource and energy and tears and blood and sweat. And if you scroll all the way down to on our website, all the way to the bottom, you'll see a countdown timer. That's to our next Epic Bus Tour in Cleveland, which is May 3rd and 4th for the regular attendance, and the VIPs have May 2nd as well. So you can take a look at all those options. Galina did attend the bus tour, and it's just a fun thing we do a couple times a year, and it really puts everything concrete. So if you have a fear of geography, the fact that it's across a border, well, the bus tour will solve that fear for you. So that's what we have for you. That's the All You Can Learn. We had a ton of deals, a ton of value for you this evening. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you, JK team, for being here and for helping our community members, our soon-to-be community members. David, our contracting company is We Mind Renovations, but we don't have a website. We don't have anything because we're purely servicing our community members and, of course, our own deals. So we don't need any marketing. We don't need no website. It's Deal Butler. It's our community members, We Mind Renovations. So you got it, David. You're very welcome. And if you do become a JK member, an All You Can Learn member, we have a guarantee. We are going to continue supporting you until you get your first deal, right? There's no cutoff. We're going to keep you on the bi-weekly Q&A calls with one of our coaches forever, all right? And so that's our guarantee of value to you. That's our deal reveal. Hope you enjoyed. Have yourself an amazing evening. And for those of you who are in the FAST program, right, the All You Can Learn FAST, I'll see you in under 30 minutes on our weekly mastery call, where we're going to talk about this these recent deals that I've been working on, how I structured them behind the scenes, to make sure that it's a win for the seller, for the investor, and of course, for you. So with that said, time to do now for tomorrow for the lifestyle you deserve. Have a great one. We'll see you soon.